Okay. Well, don't kill me because I've I'm not a big My Little Pony fan.
Oh,
I know. Don't get me. Don't get me.
why? Hold
I
on. Why am I even doing this
no no
this
no no
collaboration? How
no.
dare you?
No! Hello, everyone, and welcome in. We are here in 2025, starting another Collector's Corner. And this time, we are featuring Chad Marvelous. I'm so excited. Thank you, Chad, for joining me for this Collector's Corner, our first Collector's Corner in 25. But before we get into introducing Chad, I do want to take a moment to thank all of my current subscribers who have supported me. Thank y'all, and if you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really helps me out, and it's free. Anyways, for those who are new to my channel, Collector's Corner is a segment that I have on my channel that I like or try to do every month. Have somebody on my channel who showcases their top 5 in their collection. It doesn't have to be one specific item because I know how hard that can be. Trust me, I know. It can be groups lumped into kind of one category if you wish. So if you want to be on a segment or a upload of Collector's Corner, just reach out to me in my socials in my link. Well, not link, but description in my YouTube channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Chad and see what his top 5 in his collection is. I want to thank you, Chad, for coming in. Chad Marvelous. Before we get into your top 5, I usually give this moment for all my guests to kind of introduce themselves, to let the audience know who you are, what you want to share. So I'll give you the floor now so you can say what you got to say.
Thanks, Rye. Hi, everybody. My name is Chad, and I am primarily a doll collector, doll hunter. I do a little bit of customization here and there, and on my YouTube channel. And I've been collecting actively probably since, I want to say, like 2013, 2014. So just about that 10-year mark. But yeah, so I also make YouTube videos based primarily around dolls and My Little Pony and like a whole bunch of other stuff. Currently, as we're recording this, obviously it's in December, I've got my Christmas decorations up. I'm in the middle of doing my Doll-A-Day series where I'm actually recording I'm unboxing and reviewing one doll every single day in December leading up to and including Christmas Day. So I think by the time this video goes out, all those videos should be up. I'm gonna have a playlist, so that'll be on my channel if you want to check that out. But
that's a good idea. I'm not gonna take it because that's like a lot. I applaud you there.
It's a lot. I did an advent calendar opening 2 years ago and I enjoyed it, but I don't know, like the advent calendar thing, it's fun, but it's just a very small, I don't know. It's not quite the same. It's kind of different than what most of my audience came to see. And I have like a handful of people that will watch whatever I put up regardless. But it wasn't a very popular series, but I still wanted to do something similar to that. So I figured, let me keep it in those same realm of what I'm already doing and what people already watch, and just do it every day.
Yeah. Well,
so
I love that. I'm definitely gonna tune in. I know I don't comment a lot, but I do watch your stuff. I do. And like when I'm working, I'll put you on and I'm like, oh, he's gonna go hauling on his lunch. Let me go ahead and click that while I'm working real quick. And I'm like, what did he find?
Right.
And that's why I messaged you before. And I was like, this reminded me of you. And I'm like, wait, he probably doesn't even realize that I've like watched his previous one where he was looking for the My Little Pony. And you're probably like, what is this message? Why does no, I just
no, I'm not.
Oh, well, if y'all out there haven't been to Chad's YouTube page, go ahead, check it out. Since this will be uploaded in January, like he said, go back if you haven't and check out all the every day, you said? Every day in December?
The Doll-a-day. I'm doing a
Doll-a-day.
Doll-a-day for the holidays. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna check those out. I'll be on vacation through like a week of that, so I'll have catch up to
Okay.
do. But we're gonna
You just
go
binge them, get some popcorn,
exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into your top 5. I'm gonna transition my camera on my side so you can take up the whole screen, and I'll just be a little itty bitty corner piece. So I'm up in the corner. You have everything. Love the Christmas decorations.
Oh, thank you.
I don't really have much behind me, but
You still have a really beautiful collection behind you.
yes.
So some limited edition dolls and other stuff. I'm a little jealous, just gotta say.
The collection that started it all. And I did start videos of that, the collection that started it all, but then I like stopped because all these dolls were coming out. And I was like, I want to do this review. I'll do that review. I'll come back to that.
It's hard. Yeah, to keep up.
Well, enough about me. This is about you. Let's go to your number 5. So
my favorite subject, me. No, I'm just kidding. No. Okay, so my number 5. So I'm going to start at 5 and then work my way down to 1. I have a little confession. I completely cheated on this list because it is so hard to limit. Like, I collect so much. Like you can even just see a lot of what I collect. I have so many different collections. So what I decided to do was kind of limit it to like my top 5 collections instead of top 5 individual pieces. Because that would have been way too hard.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people tell me. They tell me this is so hard that I can't just pick one. So, like you said, you've seen the other ones where some of them are just like, you know what? I'm going to do a category instead of just one thing. So, hey, this is all about you. Do what you got to do.
All right. I've got a couple examples. So I'm going to start off with number 5. And number 5 is my MGA girlies. So I couldn't necessarily say that like Rainbow High or Bratz or whatever is individually one of my favorites, but I really like the dolls that MGA puts out. So I have my favorite Bratz and my favorite Rainbow High doll here to show. I actually have, this is Hallie Capri from the Pacific Coast line, and she's wearing, oh, I forgot the doll's name, but it was that Mariah Carey inspired Valentine's Day doll. I got her out. I totally snatched that and I put it on her. But she's one of my favorite. I just think she's so beautiful and like one of my favorite hair colors. And I love a high pony. So this is who I have to represent Rainbow High. And then for Bratz, I've recently become a Bratz. I'm in my Bratz era at the moment.
Me too.
Because I never liked them because they don't have feet. They have their little pegs, you know? Like it.
I am there with you. Okay. I don't mean to cut you off, but I got into Bratz because of the Mean Girls collab thing that happened. And when I got them, I was like, wait, they don't have shoes. It's their feet. What?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So I when they came out, like back in the day, I just didn't care for them because of that. So I never got into them. And then when they came back around in 2015, I was like, starting to collect dolls. I had already been collecting dolls at that point. So then when the 2015 Bratz came out and everybody hated them because they didn't look like the original Bratz, I saw that and I was like, oh, they're kind of cute, but I still don't like that they have removable feet. But it's like, I think I got like one. And I was like, okay, I mean, they're okay. I just don't want them. Anyway, now that they started coming back with like all the reproductions, I got into them. So like a year or two or a couple years ago now, when they came out with their like 20th anniversary or whatever. I guess in 2020 or 2021 because they came out in 2001. Anyway, so I started getting all the reproductions, and that's where I'm at now. So a majority of my Bratz are reproductions with I have a couple. That's my Bratz shelf down there. But I've got a couple collector ones, but the rest of them are all reproductions because I don't have any of the originals other than like a few I thrifted that need to be cleaned up. But this is Dana. She's my favorite Bratz girl. So
yes, I've seen this one. Well, like when I went shopping for Bratz stuff. She has rooted eyelashes.
Yeah, she has rooted eyelashes. I actually had, so this is based off of the Girls Night Out. It's a reproduction of the Girls Night Out Dana, and she had another doll, like a budget version for the head swapping thing in the same exact outfit, just with less details. I had that one back in like 2005. I actually did it. Like I said, I never collected Bratz. I didn't collect them, but I had that one because I thought she was so pretty, and I love the brunette dolls. And she looked just like this, but this one looks just like that one, but elevated, like with more details, because it's the girls' night out version. And the one I had didn't have rooted lashes, so I'm like, okay,
oh,
this
it
is
didn't.
like slightly better one.
So this
What's
one
that?
they added rooted eyelashes.
Yeah, well, I think the original girls' night out one might have had. I don't know, but I think it might have, because that's what this is a reproduction of.
Okay.
But the version I had was a budget version without all that stuff. It just had the black dress and the shoes, and that was it. So I had a cheap version, but now I have like the upgraded or reproduction of the upgraded version.
I love that one. Don't convince me in getting that one. I looked at that several times and I was like, should I buy it? Should I buy it? And now like you're convincing me.
Oh, she's terrible. I don't really care. Nah.
Okay, you can just give it to me then. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you don't need it. I'll take it. You don't have to have it. So, but anyway, so that was my number 5, my MGA dolls. I do have a few more from MGA, but those were the ones I wanted to represent the category.
Okay.
So, and I've got my little list here to make sure I'm going in order, because I've got a table full of like dolls and stuff in front of me to show you.
I love that. Prepared.
Okay.
Prepared.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So next up, now this was really tough, and because I had already so many categories, I'm lumping these together, even though I would put them in, like if I did my top 6, I would separate them. Okay. But for number 4, we're on 4 now. Yeah, number 4, I have Ever After High and Monster High. Okay. So I had to get my favorites for each of them to represent. So I'm going to start with Monster High. So this is one of my absolute favorite Monster High dolls. It is the Real Drama Laguna. And when they did the black and white versions of their original looks, but with longer hair, I love it. And she's got like my favorite color for her little pop of color, that like turquoise. And I just love the way she looks like she's swimming in the box and everything. Beautiful. And it's all done to look like the old Hollywood horror films and stuff. Like, I love it. She even comes with a little, like a mini poster, and like in the box, there's a bigger version of the poster. I actually have 2 of each of these. There was 4. When they came out, I bought 2. I like snatched them up as quick as I could.
So you got them at retail?
One in box. What's that?
You got them at retail?
At retail. Yeah.
Lucky.
Oh, so here's my thing. I refuse to pay resellers for it to hold my spot in line to buy a doll. True. I do not like that. Like, if it's a collector who's had a doll for a while and they're needing to sell it for whatever reason, and the value has gone up over time, that's one thing. But if you go to buy a doll and it's sold out and immediately go to eBay that same day, those are all resellers who snatched that out of your hands and put it up at a higher price so they make a profit. And I refuse to give them my money. So I don't want to support the resellers, because it's frustrating when collectors want to get the collector Bratz dolls. Or this is a whole nother topic for another video.
Don't get me started, because I did not get Caddy. And I'm sorry, Katie. I always say Caddy because of the movie.
Name is Caddy. Caddy Heron. Where are you, Caddy?
That's me. It's pronounced like Katie.
You're right.
but
it's
totally the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't get Katie, so I'm just like, is it ever gonna go down?
That's the thing. It's like you don't get the first one, then it's like, why get the rest? You can't have the whole set. You can't complete the burn book on the side, So
well, I got the Earn Ook. I got the Earn Ook. So I don't have the B.
There you go. The partial one, the Earn book. All right. Well, so like I said, that's a whole topic for another video. We could totally like do another video where we would just rant about resellers. But yeah, so this is, the photography on this is just amazing. I wanted to have one in box and one out of box because it just looks so good. I love this. And one of my all-time favorite doll lines is Ever After High. Some of the other things on this list just kind of bumped these down because of, my favorites change over time, right? Like, so it would be higher on the list than it was for a while, but Ever After High, I love this doll line so much and I miss it. But I love the storybook. Madeline Hatter is my favorite character because I'm a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland, and she's the daughter of the Mad Hatter. This is from the Legacy Day. Yeah, the Legacy Day collection. And so it's kind of like a fancier version of her original outfit. And that's why this is like my favorite Ever After High doll. And I don't plan on taking her out of the box. I only have the one. I didn't get two because I got this like years ago. But I love that the box looks like a book. Like they make it like she's walking off the pages, and everything. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. In fact, she was like up there at my #1 spot. I did my top 10 dolls in my collection was a really hard video to make, but I did that like 3 years ago, and she was in my #1 spot.
Wow. And now she's in 4.
But yeah, I really love that doll. But if I just put Ever After High as a whole, it is at my #4 spot for this particular list. Sad that it's gone, but it is what it is. C'est la vie.
Yeah.
I hope I used that right. I don't speak French. Okay. Anyway, so next up, so we're at #3 now. For my #3, what I'm actively collecting is what I'm deciding this list is 90s Barbie. So like vintage Barbie.
Okay.
And my favorite, she's on Made to Move, so she wants to bend and fall over. But anyway, Hollywood Hair Barbie is my favorite Barbie from the 90s. I've got 2 of them, and this one I put on a Made to Move body because her neck was like messed up. So I used it as an excuse to give her more articulation. But I loved this doll from my childhood because they came with a spray or a mist, and you would spray it on her hair and it would turn pink. So I love a good hair change or like a color change gimmick, glow in the dark gimmick, give it to me. And she had the color changing hair, and you didn't have to use like ice or hot, or the sun. It was like that spray. It was really interesting. But I remember wanting this so bad when I was a kid. And one of my friends had it, and I did get to play with it, but now I'm an adult with my own money, so I bought it for myself.
Question for you on that, because I know Goofy Boothy had one of these too, but I didn't get to ask. So when you do the spray, does it like go back automatically to yellow, or do you have to do something else? Oh, okay, so it dries.
Well, technically 2 videos. It kind of got split into 2 videos, but I have a whole video going over this. Basically, both of these dolls, this is the Hollywood Hair Teresa, by the way, and she's on her original 90s superstar body. I need to give her a boil wash. Her hair is a little frizzy, but I love Teresa. She's my favorite from the 90s, so that's why I want to make sure I have both. But anyway, what it is these dolls had a coating on their hair, and it was some chemical combination that was safe enough, obviously, for kids to play with, but it was still a chemical that was on the hair. And then in the spray bottle was a different chemical, and essentially it was a disappearing ink trick. So when you would spray the mist on the hair, it wasn't the hair that changed color. It was actually the chemical that was coating the hair would change to a bright pink. Fun fact, if you change one of the ingredients in whatever was on the hair, the spray would turn it blue instead of pink. It's just like the reaction. Yeah, because of whatever mineral or chemical that was in it just reacted in that way. But they chose pink for Barbie. And over time, as the hair dried, it automatically went back to the blonde color. So it was only pink while it was wet. And it would not work with water. It had to be the special mist because it was that solution to get that chemical reaction.
Oh, so once it's gone, it's gone. Like you can't, can you buy the mist?
And it turns back to normal, you can spray it again and it will still work. But if you wash the hair, it's gone. So if you rinse off, because it's just a coating, it's just a chemical coating the hair. And if you wash it away, then you can't do the trick anymore. So on the box, the instructions actually say, do not rinse, do not get wet, do not wash, with water. So, I made that mistake because I bought it from like eBay and I was like, well, let me clean her up because she's really secondhand in bad condition. So I cleaned her up, gave her a boil wash, and then I was like, now let me try the magic mist, and it didn't work. So, and I went online because she didn't come with it. I went online, found the recipe, and did a little chemistry in my kitchen, and I made it myself, and it didn't work. And I was like, either I did it wrong or something. And I realized it was because I washed it off. But when I got the Hollywood hair skipper, which I have up there, before I did anything, I sprayed she came with the mist, and I sprayed it and it worked.
Okay.
And then I tested the spray that I made, the homemade spray, and it worked. So now all I have to do, I think I need to make a third video now where I find out how to make the chemical to coat the hair so I can bring back the color change thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those
being a scientist
who are curious about the other videos, go to Chad's page and watch them. Because I'm going to do that because I'm curious now.
Yeah. And if you can't find them, because I have a lot of videos and they're from like 2 years ago, just type in Chad Marvelous Hollywood Hair Barbie and it should come up. Okay. So it's the Hollywood Hair Barbie is the video where I make the solution. Hollywood Hair Skipper is where I use it and it actually works. So
got it. Okay. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna, when I have time, probably while I'm doing my job, I'm gonna go in there and have it up and be like, okay, okay.
Right.
Okay, well that was your number 3. Both of them.
That was my number 3. Okay. Yeah, my favorite Barbies from the 90s are like any of the hair play dolls, which is why I have this doll specifically here. Like Totally Hair, Glitter Hair Barbie, the Jewel Hair Mermaid Barbie, which I really want to get. That would also be in this category, but I don't have those. So I've got these ones to show you. But those are who I'm actively collecting. Okay. Next up, in my number 2 spot, is actually Disney dolls, and I could not narrow it down. There's no way I can narrow it down. So I've got a variety. I think my favorites are probably the Disney store dolls, but Mattel has been putting out some pretty amazing dolls recently. So I'm going to include those here. Okay. But I've got like the Disney limited edition dolls, and I've got 4 that I want to show you, my top 4 favorite characters to collect dolls for. Okay. But we'll start with Jasmine, because the limited edition dolls are some of my favorite to collect right now. And they're expensive, but I try and get them at retail because, once again, I don't want to pay resellers. Yes. But this is the Ultimate Princess Celebration Jasmine that came out a couple years ago, and I have almost this entire set, but I bought it not all at one time, across the year, and I got it from Disneyland when I had an annual pass, so I got a discount. So that was actually kind of nice. I didn't pay retail, I paid less. So
lucky. I had to pay retail.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I was surprised. I didn't think it would work, but I asked them and they let me use it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So also what I like to do, and I have videos for all of these dolls that I'm showing you, by the way, but not a shameless plug right there.
Hey, do you?
But I've got, I like to get the Playline dolls, like the Disney Store classic dolls, or here I have a couple of the Mattel Playline dolls, and then I put them on made to move bodies. So I've got like videos for these where I do skin tone matches and find the right made to move doll to use for these dolls, because they have weird skin tones. But I've got an Ariel, who's probably one of my favorite doll, for collecting dolls for, because I mean, who doesn't love Ariel, right? Like, right. I think the general consensus is she's the fan favorite. But yeah, so I've got this Ariel, I've got this Rapunzel, and she's on a made to move wearing an Illy outfit. I love Illy for their clothes, so I put these dolls in their Illy outfits. And then finally, this is another one that could have its own category, because I do have a designated, speech is hard, I can't.
I agree.
But I have a designated collection for Alice in Wonderland, and this is one of my favorite Alice in Wonderland dolls. It's the Mattel collector doll that came out last year, or 2 years ago, whenever it was. But it's basically a collector Alice in Wonderland doll. And she's got, multiple layers. She got her bloomers there, the really awesome shoes with the drink me bottle for the heel, everything. I love this doll so much. She is so cute. But then she also comes with the White Rabbit's house because of that scene in the movie where she eats the little cakes and then she becomes giant and is like wearing the house basically. And I thought this was such a cute and clever gimmick to make a doll based on that scene in the movie. So I had to share this one because it's one of my favorites. But like I said, Alice could have her own category in this lineup for me. But I just decided to include her with the Disney dolls. So, but yeah, I think that's like one of my favorites.
I love that one. So I was on the fence of getting this, and I didn't get it because I know. I think for me it was the price because it wasn't like $100.
It's $100. Yeah,
but I love it.
Fair.
I love it.
I would say for people who like Alice in Wonderland or whatever, like to me it was very much worth it because having it in hand is different than seeing the promotional images. Even in the images you can see like all the layers to the skirt, but once I got the doll in hand, I was able to take a closer look and like the materials that they used and the like little Easter eggs and like nods to the movie. And I don't know, for me, it was worth it. But I know that like for some people, $100 is pricey regardless. So I totally get it. But the one thing is she didn't sell very well and she was on Mattel Creations for a while. And last time I saw her on eBay, she wasn't much more than retail. So like if anybody does want to get her, you can probably still get a good deal on her because she didn't sell well initially.
Okay. So maybe I should just hurry up and put that on my Christmas list. Since we're in December right now.
Exactly. Put it on your Christmas list. And if you decide to get it for yourself, still wait to get a good deal because that, anytime I say, eBay, like don't just pay the extra prices. Oh my God, the sun is coming in. Sorry.
But I do love that Alice. Now I need to put it on my list now because all these dolls that I'm questioning and you're just like, this is on my list. I'm like, oh, do I want to get it now?
Oh, so I didn't mean to come on here and sell you things. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm a big doll collector, so now, like, I've had a range of people show their collection, and I'm a big Disney collector, too. So, like, you showing me these, I'm like, oh, I need to add that to my Disney collection.
I guess, is that why they call us influencers? Because we influence people to buy the stuff that we're talking about.
Pretty much.
Sorry. I mean...
I'm convinced. I'm like, I want it. So now I don't know if I have the money yet because there's dolls still coming out. But... Oh my God,
yeah, there's a lot of new stuff coming out that you gotta,
Yes. Oh my gosh. And they always focus at the end of the year to push it out too, which frustrates me so much. But...
For the holiday season, for sure.
Yes. Okay, so that was your number 2 Disney in general and your top Disney dolls that you enjoy right now.
Yes, some of them. If I was to say my favorite Disney dolls, it would be like a lot of them. So no, I had to. Those are a few of my favorites anyway.
Okay.
So.
Oh, I'm excited. We're going to your number 1.
Well, actually, not quite. I told you, I totally cheated because I have an honorable mention.
Okay, no, you're good. I'm excited.
A little bit of anticipation. We're going to build the anticipation to get to number 1. But for me, so the reason this is only an honorable mention is because I'm not actively, I'm kind of collecting, but I'm not actively seeking this out to like collect it. But I wanted to include it because I have a really large collection of this. I collect Pokemon cards.
Yes.
So I've got like all of these are older ones. These are from like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but I've got like a lot more newer ones and everything. I wanted to show these ones because my favorite Pokemon are Horsey and all the evolutions, because Seahorses, hello. So I have like a whole like page dedicated here, and then on the next page, like all the different like Horsey, Seadra, Kingdra that I could find. I've got them on a dedicated page. And then my actual favorite Pokemon is Dragonair. So I love Dratini and Dragonair. So I've got a whole page dedicated to them. And then I don't think I have, do I have, oh yeah, and then my Dragonite page. Of course, I mean, they evolve into Dragonite, so I have to have a dedicated Dragonite page.
And I love that Pokemon because it's cute in all its stages.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. And I even have the plushies. So I've got this one. It's just like a kind of like a not quite a Beanie Baby. There's a little bit of beans right here, but it's just like a plush Dratini. And then I've got this Dragonair, which has like it's posable, kind of. It's got like a thing in it to make it bendable. The thing is, it's too thick and not long enough for it to like really pose the way I want to. But I mean, you can kind of get a little posability. But Dragonair has been my favorite since I was a kid. When the first set of Pokemon cards came out, that was one of the first I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty, I want that. What is it? I want to know more about it before I knew what Pokemon was. So I got into Pokemon through Dragonair, and because of that, it's my favorite. And then speaking of the original Pokemon cards, I have completed the entire first, like the base set. I have all of them. And I also have the jungle set and the fossil set complete. I have the first 3 sets because, you know, I'm a collector and a hoarder. So, and majority of these are my childhood cards, so not all in good condition. But majority of these are my childhood cards. The only newer ones are the ones I had to fill in the blanks where I was missing. But I finally was able to collect all of the cards. I have the other ones. I'm not going to show them because it'd just be way too long. But yeah, so that was my honorable mention. Oh, I also collect these, the official Pokemon licensed brand, or not licensed, the branded, you know, this size of figures. So yeah, I am a Pokemon fan. I have several of the games. I have a Switch and a Nintendo DS, and I've played many of the different iterations, but I'm not actively playing at the moment. Yeah, I don't talk about it as much because I'm not like actively collecting it or, you know, doing stuff at the moment, but I kind of go in and out of my phases. And you could probably tell based off of which Pokemon games I have and what Pokemon card sets that I have in my binders, what years I was into Pokemon, because it's like a time capsule. You know, it's kind of funny. But that was my honorable mention. So it's not technically my top collection, but I have so many of them I wanted to include that.
That's interesting because I me not knowing that, and maybe some people who go to your channel but haven't like known that about you, I like that you added that in there for sure.
Yeah.
I collected them way back in the day, and I remember when I opened like a booster pack and I got the Charizard, I was so happy, but now I don't know what happened to them. So now I'm like, damn it, it's probably like worth a lot of money now, but it is what it is.
I was looking at, if you have a complete set, how much they sell for. I'm really tempted to sell these because I don't do anything with them and they're taking up space. And since I've completed the collections, I'm so tempted to sell them because I'm not enjoying them, but another collector might enjoy them. And I'm not trying to make a profit, so I don't have to sell it at a super high premium price. So I could probably make a little bit of money if I do sell them, since the first 3 sets are complete. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to part with them, but
hey, you can buy more dolls.
You know what? I need to get some shipping materials. Hold on. Yeah. After this recording.
I know, right?
When you put it that way.
I know, right?
So, all right. So let's go ahead. Okay, I'm looking at my list like I don't know what my number 1 is. All right.
Okay,
so we're at the number 1. We get drum roll.
I'm ready.
All right. My number 1 collection has been and always will be My Little Pony. Yeah. So specifically G1 of My Little Pony, because now I haven't I've been planning on making a video talking about all the different generations of My Little Pony, because I don't like to call myself a brony. Like, that was a term that was created and invented specifically for Generation 4 of My Little Pony. And to me, people who are bronies, like who use that badge for themselves, became a fan in Generation 4. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's a bandwagon, they're just hopping on it, whatever. I'm not gonna say that, because I wouldn't want people to talk about me that way. But I don't associate with that term because I feel like it's specifically for fans of Generation 4. I'll send you pictures if you want to insert them, but I have pictures of me as a kid with my Little Ponies, specifically these. I share this picture all the time, but it's a picture of me holding these two ponies, not these exact ones. These are ones that I had to get back, but I had these when I was a kid, these two characters. And I have these ponies, and then I have another picture of me holding another one. But yeah, I had ponies ever since I was like 2 or 3 years old. So when they were new, in the 80s, they were my childhood toy, and I've loved My Little Pony ever since then. I should be showing them while I'm talking about them. But yeah, My Little Pony is very special to me because my grandma started buying them for me, and I got them at Christmas. Like these two, this is Tic-Tac-Toe, and for obvious reasons. And this is Mimic, and so these are special, very special to me, because these ones are the characters, or the ponies that my grandmother got me for Christmas when I was like 3 years old, and that's that picture that I sent you, or that I'm going to send you. And so I had these, and they're my like earliest memory. They are the Twinkle Eye ponies, so their gimmick is they have a little jewel in their eye, and this one, I thought this was my childhood pony for the longest time, but then I remembered that I actually had to rebuy this because I don't know what happened to any of my like early childhood ponies. This I actually had to buy on eBay, like probably in like 2004. I want 2003, 2004. I had to rebuy it because I don't know what happened to my original one. But I bought this one specifically because my grandma bought the original one for me and I wanted it back. So, and then this one was also really special to me because my grandma got it for me, and I lost this one way earlier. I don't know what happened to it, but I always talked about it on my channel. And I have a series on my channel where some of my viewers, some of my subscribers asked if they could send me mail. So I opened a mailbox, a PO box, and a couple of my subscribers sent this to me as a gift.
Oh, that's so nice.
And so it's doubly special to me for that reason, because my grandma got it for me when I was a kid. And then again, like some of my subscribers bought it for me, but not just because it's a gift. This pony, for some reason, is like ridiculously expensive on eBay. It's a very, like, it's $300, $400 on eBay for this pony. So I just kind of was making peace with, I'm probably never going to own this pony again as an adult, because that's a lot. That's too much. Like, I was wanting to save up, but that's a lot of money. And they got one for me and they sent it to me, and I cried in that video when I opened it.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It's so special to me because of that. So this is Mimic, and I didn't know the name of it for a while, but it's like a parrot, and parrots mimic, you know, the sound. So
right. But
anyway, so this is Mimic. I also have a couple others just to show as examples. This one is Fizzy. This is a reproduction. I have an original one, but it's in storage at the moment. But this is my reproduction of Fizzy, who's also a Twinkle Eye pony. And then I've got, this one's always on display and back in my videos. And this is the reason that I love Seahorses so much, is because of this pony right here. This is one of the original Sea ponies, and I can't remember the name of this. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. It's like Seawinkle or something like that. But yeah, so this is a G1 Sea pony from the 80s, specifically. Oh God, I can't read that. I'm getting old. I'm like, where are my glasses? Do I have glasses? But anyway, and then she sits on her little shell here. So yeah, I love that. Originally this had like a suction cup, so it's a bath toy. So like kids could like put this on the wall of the bath, and you can make her swim and then set her in the little thing during bath time, or in the pool or whatever. But I just use it because it's a flat bottom, so it'll actually stand on my shelf. So because otherwise I can't display it otherwise. But But yeah, so that was my number one, is My Little Pony G1 specifically. I collect like almost all of them. I don't have that many of the most recent one. G5 is not my favorite. I have a couple, but I'm just not a fan of the art style. I really liked G4, and but I didn't care for like when they redesigned them. But all the rest of them, like G2, like these are the G2 ones. This was also a gift from a subscriber, by the way. But this is from Generation 2 of My Little Pony, and when they came out, I didn't like them because they look so much different. Yeah, they didn't even look like the same brand. But yeah, no, I really like them now that they're hard to find, and I don't have any G3. Oh, there's G3 back there and stuff like that. So I like all the generations of My Little Pony, but Generation 1 is my favorite because that's what I grew up with when I was a kid. Okay. So
well, don't kill me because I'm not a big My Little Pony fan. Oh. I know. Don't get me.
Why am I even doing this collaboration?
No.
How dare you? I'm joking. I'm just nothing but love.
Well, thank you. And watch, everybody from your channel is gonna come over here and be like, what?
Yes, when this video comes out, I'm going to advertise it. I'm going to be like, hey, so we're doing this collaboration. Go watch this video and leave a hate comment. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm not going to do that.
No, I know. But I really love your number one. Even though that's not my collection and it is yours, I love your whole sentimental piece about it too. And just like the background about it, because everybody can collect something different, and it may not be somebody else's taste, but once you know like the backstory about it, it makes you appreciate that person and what they collect a little bit more, like you can say, I got you, I understand. Even though it may not be for me, I love the background, why this is like what you collect,
Right. So I mean, like I have a very specific story for why I like Generation 1 of My Little Pony, but even for something like Barbie or like newer dolls like Monster High or something, some people have like special sentimental things around it. I don't. I just like Monster High and Ever After High, but I also like what the reason why I've watched all of your Collector Corner videos. I love hearing what it is about those things that people like collecting them. Because like for me, I like Ever After High. I have no sentimental like anything or like a reason that got me into it other than I thought they were cute and I liked the storybook theming. They were kind of princesses, but not really. They were a little bit more modern. Really, I like them because of the articulation, if we want to get into that, but that's that could be its own video. We could talk about Ever After High.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like I just started getting them because I like them, but it's specific aspects, and I love hearing that from some of the other people you've had on your channel and some of the things that they collect. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, like when they give those little tidbits of information. It's like, I don't collect this, so I don't know anything about it, but now I do. Now I've had a chance to learn a little bit about
Yeah, and it definitely makes you want to research what that item is, even if you haven't even heard it. I mean, you may not have to like buy it, sort of say, but even you being like, oh, what is that? I've never seen that before. Let me look at, maybe it'll get a new collection in your collection. It's not really,
possibly.
You never know. Yeah. I'll tell you this, I won't collect my, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm saying, just saying, hello, subliminal messaging. So we're going to talk about something else, but I'm just going to leave these here so you can look at them while I'm talking. But I mean, that is kind of like these. So I'm very much, I don't get the fake My Little Ponies or like competitor My Little Ponies, because I like the originals, like the ones by Hasbro. However, I've kind of been looking at these in my doll hunts, the wild maidens, and finally, I think one of my subscribers got fed up with me not buying them, and they're like, you're gonna get these and you're gonna review it. So she sent 2 of them to me, and now that I have them, I'm like, oh my god, I like them. Like, you know, I knew nothing, I didn't know anything about them, but I think that she may have forced me to start a new collection because now I kind of like them and I want to get more.
Oh,
I
well, you
haven't
better
even reviewed it or fully unboxed it yet.
You better start selling those Pokemon cards.
Right, exactly. Okay, sorry, you've been good to me, but I gotta let you go. Buy Pokemon cards.
Binder included.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. I'll put it really nice, you know. I'll put a little handwritten note, say thank you for buying this so I can buy more dolls, you know.
All right. Well, Chad, I want to thank you for taking the time to show us your top 5 and getting to know you even more. Me, especially on a more personal level. I really enjoyed getting to know you more too. I know I've talked to you here and there, so I want to appreciate that one-on-one that we're having now. I know it's over the camera, but I really appreciate you taking the time to, you know, be a guest on my channel. And I really loved seeing your top 5 and especially the behind the kind of scenes of what you collect. And then I didn't even know you had Pokemon cards, so, and you liked Pokemon. I didn't know that, so that's something that I get to know more about you.
Yeah,
but
maybe I should probably make some more Pokemon content is what I need to do.
Let us know in the comments below.
An idea, yeah, definitely.
Well, I want to thank you once again. Before I let you go, do you want to let the viewers know where they can find you? I know you said you had a YouTube channel, but do you want to tell us what your YouTube channel name is? I know you said it earlier, your Instagram, other socials. I'll leave that for you here.
So I'm on YouTube and Instagram primarily. I am on TikTok occasionally, and I have a Twitter, but I don't use it. It exists, but I don't really plan on using it because of reason. But it's there if you want to see my older posts, I guess. But those are the main 3 ones, and you can just find me at Chad Marvelous. It's the same handle at all 3 or all 4, I guess, of the different ones. Oh, I guess also, what's the new one that Instagram keeps pushing?
Oh wait, never mind.
Threads, yeah, I'm on Threads now also at Chad Marvelous, and somebody was telling me about Blue Sky. Eventually I'll probably go to Blue Sky, but if I can get the same handle. But it's just at Chad Marvelous.
Well, you better grab it real quick before somebody else gets it.
Well, I'm gonna do it now before you get this up. We're in December, and this video is not going up till January. So
you got a month.
Let me download it real quick.
Well, thank you so much. Hopefully we can get you back on the channel again. I know you were in my gaming live once, so maybe we can get you to collab on a gaming thing too.
I would love that. Like, I had so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. It was an honor because I enjoyed watching your videos, so being part of it is so much fun. And like, anytime, if you want to do it, I would be more than happy to do it again.
Thank you. Well, we'll chat outside of this, and we'll see what when our schedules can align. I know you got to switch now, so we can figure out that. But thank you once again, and I appreciate you. Go ahead and check out Chad's channel, socials. Great individual. But thank you so much, Chad. I hope you enjoy your day.
Oh, thank you. You too. Bye.
Once again, thank you, Chad, for joining me on Collector's Corner. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to collab with me. If y'all don't know who Chad is, go ahead and follow him. Subscribe to his socials on Instagram, on YouTube, all of his socials that he mentioned. Great content creator. And as you may know, this has been recorded back in December, which is going to be uploaded in January of the new year. So happy new year to all of y'all. Let me know your thoughts on Chad's collection that he showed, and also let me know if there were any surprises that surprised you. Like, I didn't know he collected Pokemon cards. Like, I was so shocked at that. That was something new that I learned. And thank you, Chad, once again for sharing all of your collection, well, most of your collection, your top 5. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you everybody for coming in, and as always, I hope you have a great day, a great night, wherever you're at today. And remember to stay kind to yourself as well as to others. Simply Rye.